So now we are going to show you an actual tutorial of how to make use of Facebook pages and Facebook Business Suite. So here we are, we're taking a look at the Bobcaygeon Chamber of Commerce's Facebook page. This right here is actually the scrollable Facebook feed that you can get for a page. This was introduced with the introduction of Facebook's Business Suite. So instead of having to make use of a Facebook profile specifically, to get a feed, now your page itself can have one so that you can interact with, say, businesses within your community or specific businesses within your market niche. So moving on from here, we can go into pages. This tab right here will take us to our Facebook page with another click. All we have to click onto is Business Suite. Right here, Discover will show us similar pages or other pages that we could follow such that our audiences may be similar. This is a way that you can increase your potential reach for customers. Down here is liked pages. That is how you actually compile your feed for your business page. Let's go into Business Suite though. So right here, we're looking at the Bobcaygeon Chambers landing page for their business suite. Over on this column here, we have actual places that we can go to within it, such as the planner, posts and stories, or our inbox. Over on this side, we have insights. These are our trends for the last month. These are just quick little looks at your reach and your followers. So in here, we have our to-do list. This has draft posts, messages that you've left, or comments that you need to come back to, those sorts of things. Regardless, we're going to move into how you can actually schedule a post or schedule a story for the future. So there are two different ways that you can do that from this page, three different ways that you can do that from this page specifically. You can click right here, create post, create story, or promote. This will lead to three different options, as we can see, three different layouts. But regardless, we can also go into this tab here of posts and stories or into planner. So for this, we are going to go into the posts and stories section. And I'm going to go into this right here of create post. So as we can see here, this has been linked with both the Facebook page and the Instagram account for the Bobcaygeon Chamber of Commerce. So by clicking this off, we are now doing both a post for Facebook and for Instagram. And we'll just write in some text here. Hello, everyone. Hopefully this tutorial is helpful. I can't spell, but we understand the point. So that's our text. And we can tag someone in it. We'll tag in the Lindsay Chamber of Commerce here. So at Lindsay Chamber. Okay, so down here, this one here is the Lindsay Chamber Instagram page. This one here is the Lindsay Chamber Facebook profile. So we'll have to actually write in a little bit more. Lindsay and District Chamber of Commerce. There we are. There's their proper page. For some reason, Facebook sometimes keeps these little pieces of text before the tag. Not exactly sure on why, but you can just take that on out. But regardless, why I've actually tagged a business in this is because over in here in the Facebook and Instagram sections, this tag will look a little bit different for the two different platforms. So for Instagram, a tag here it is properly set, but it will not always work. So the proper way to do a tag on Instagram is the @ symbol and then @Lindsay LD Chamber. Here it is. So there we are. That is how the tag should look for Instagram. And we're just going to actually set up a photo in here so that we can make this useful, as a photo or a video piece needs to actually be included for any Instagram post. So without having that photo in there, I'm not able to publish or schedule this post at all. So right here is optimal times. This will show you a list of times that Facebook believes are best for your post. These times are made up of both when your audience is active and when you've had successful posts previously. So if your post does very well at a specific time on a specific day, it may be recommended that you post again at that time. All right, so this optimal times button will take us into a way that we can schedule posts. So right here, it tells us optimal times, 3 different ones for each platform. But if we don't like those, we can set it manually. So right here, we'll choose January 31st at 1:40 p.m. Then we just click save. And now we can actually schedule the post. Another way that you can go about that is to go and click change time. If I had not scheduled this already, this would say schedule post. Same idea. We aren't going to actually set this one, so we're going to just hit this and discard changes. Okay, so now the next big piece of Facebook's Business Suite is the ability to actually make an ad within the same area that you're making your posts. So right here, we're looking at an ad summary. These are just over the last 60 days. So we're going to go into actually creating an ad. And now, as we said in the presentation, there are a number of different goals that you can choose from. As we said, there's the option to just boost a post. This will take your past posts and allow you to boost them such that they will reach a wider audience. So if you have a post that has been doing well, Facebook will often recommend that you boost a post. That's essentially what they're doing. So other than that, you have other goals. If you'd like to, say, get more messages, promote your page, promote your business locally, all of these things. We're going to go into promote your business locally. So now here is our ad account. This is one piece that you have to have set up previous to actually making an ad. So here we are. This is setting up an actual audience for your ad. We are looking roughly at where Bobcaygeon should be on the map, I believe, and we're within 20 miles of that spot. So that would be what Facebook recommends for their local ads. In here, we can change up the age range that it'll be presented to. We can change the gender. These would be different demographics that you can select. And down in here in your detailed targeting, we can do quite a few different things. So this is a chamber of commerce, so they'll often be advertising to, say, business owners. Let's look for small business owners. There we are. Say we want to reach out to people who enjoy watercraft. We can look up, let's see, craft. There we are, interests. The scroll can get a little bit confusing here. Here we are, as the page will just move down as we go. So, small business owners, watercraft. There we are. We can also choose to browse. So instead of just typing in our ideas and hoping that it'll come back with something, we can go through the different categories that Facebook presents us with. So let's go into interests. Interests, behaviors, and more categories will often cover things called psychographics. These are like beliefs, as they say, interests, behaviors. They're not demographics which are made up of, like, say, the hard set things: education, financial levels, family structure, those things, age, location. So let's go into business and entertainment. I mean, business and industry. As we can see here, there are advertising, agriculture, all different sections. And this just allows you to reach into specific sections that people have already set aside as their interests. So you know how Facebook has likes? That is one tool that they can use to help section off different parts of their audience online. All right, so this is the basic idea of what Facebook will do for a generated ad. They'll take the description from your page, as this is trying to promote the page, and just put it there. We can change this to whatever we'd like. And there we are. So now in here, we can actually edit the images that are used. My recommendation would be to set up a selection of different ones with different text, such that you can do different testing of it. So let's look at how you can do that. First piece will be to do automatic enhancements, select media. We'll have to upload some more. So we'll just go to our Instagram account and let's take just a couple of pictures. So we have there we go. All right. So we have a few, and now here we go. We can go and edit each headline. These will present different options, and there we go. Now in here, there will be a different button selection. Since we're looking at the local option, it'll highlight the get directions specifically, as it'll be someone that should be within driving range of your business. So the directions can be useful for them. There's also call now, learn more, send message, different options. Okay, so now here's where we can set up how you can do both the scheduling and the duration of it and change it based on the budget. So right here, we'll just run it for 5 days, we say, and it'll end then. But if we want to run this ad continuously, there we go, and we just have to set a budget. So our daily budget is $3 currently. We can change that with this. So we can change that with this. So minimum budget, it tells us $5 per day. And then here we are. All that we would have to do to finish this up would be to add a payment method, make sure that we have it properly selected for where we'll place, and then click Promote Now. So that is the basic ad setup using Facebook's Business Suite. There's, of course, still a more in-depth way that you can do all of this, which I'll show you quickly right now. So we're just going to confirm, as this ad setup was just for this tutorial. So from here, to get to a more in-depth look at Facebook's ads, all you would do is click this All Tools and scroll down into Ads Manager. So here we are in Ads Manager. This is a more in-depth look at the actual ads for the Bobcaygeon Chamber. Here we go with campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Each of these contains different information. For example, ads are contained within ad sets, and ad sets are contained within campaigns. A campaign can contain multiple different ad sets, and ad sets can contain multiple different ads. It can get a little bit confusing as that goes, but that is essentially how it's all set up. So if we are to actually go and say, work on a specific ad, so right here we have one that is already ran. I'm just going to edit it, as this is similar to what you would do before. So we can't actually edit this as it has ran, but right in here, this is what the layout looks like. These are two different ways to accomplish essentially the same thing. This is just the more in-depth way of getting those ads set up. Facebook's Business Suite contains the simplified version. So after this, we are now just going to take a look at the products and services features that are included within Facebook's Business Suite. As we had mentioned in the presentation, currently, this will only show us the appointments and services, as the Bobcaygeon Chamber doesn't have a catalog, so we can't go into that, unfortunately. But right in here would be appointments. Here we can set up where your time slots would be, so you have an actual scheduling system available for all of your customers that are reaching you through Facebook. So this, unfortunately, we don't have access to, but that is where you would go for that. So now the other pieces that are included in here are your notifications. your inbox, and your insights.